Today we're expecting some company, and I'm gonna make some cookies for snacks. And there was a comment on one of the videos of Cowboy Cookies. You can find many versions of these things on Pinterest. It's up to you what you choose to add or not add to these. One family whose loved one I took care of in hospice, they just did oats, chocolate chips, and the pecans, and that's it. And believe me, they were fine. They sent me home with a baggie of 6 cookies the first time they made these, and only 2 of them made it home. So, and I only live 5 minutes away. So yeah, it was a pretty good cookie. But what I'm going to do today is, and I found it on Pinterest, it's a version of Laura Bush's Cowboy Cookies. So what we got here is 3 cups of flour, a tablespoon of baking soda, a tablespoon of baking powder, and a tablespoon of cinnamon, and a teaspoon of salt. And you just mix that all together and let it sit there. Now in our bowl here we have our butter, which is softened, which is 3 sticks of butter. And we're gonna bring our mixer down. And if you have one of these mixers, please look online. There are some beater heads that will allow you to go all the way to the bottom of the bowl and scrape it as you're using it. I mean, yeah, you may still have to push it down on the sides once in a while, but for the most part, the head that usually comes with the KitchenAid mixer doesn't go all the way down, and sometimes stuff isn't going to get mixed. If you can get one of these beater heads that go all the way down, do it. But in here we have 3 sticks of butter, and I'm going to just get it whipping here. Until it's nice, smooth, and creamy. And now that that's nice and smooth and creamy, what I'm adding to it here is 1½ cups of granulated sugar and 1½ cups of packed brown sugar. I'm going to stop that. Yep, get everybody in there. Now once that all becomes combined, we're going to now add 3 eggs, which for the easiest way, you can put them all in a bowl like this if you trust that they're going to be good. But on that chance you might run into a bad egg, you could also separate and break each one separately into a dish, just to make sure you're not getting a bad egg. I put all 3 in here, and we're just going to let each one blend in before adding the next. And believe me, although right now it's not looking like much, these cookies are sheer delight. I mean, they are delicious. Now I'm going to add in a tablespoon of vanilla extract. I use pure vanilla extract that I make myself. If you make your own vanilla extract, shake that bottle up, get that vanilla bean floating around in there, because those pieces really add some good flavor to it. So we're going to add that in. And we're going to let that beat for a little bit. Now, we're going to stop everything here. And we're going to bring this up. And you can see what I mean. I mean, this is really getting it nice and mixed. Now, some of this stuff was caught in the mixing process, so I'm going to just knock it back down to get mixed in. But these beater heads really, I love this thing. Now, we're going to add in our flour mixture, which is your flour, your baking soda, your baking powder, your salt, and your cinnamon. Okay, lock the head down. We're going to start nice and slow here, which is why we do that. Yes, you are going to make a mess with this. Alright, so we got our flour mixture all combined in here now. I'm going to turn this off. Raise the head again. Knock this all back down in here. Now it says to mix that in with a wooden spoon. If you read in the recipe, it's early in the morning. I ain't mixing nothing with a wooden spoon. I have this thing for a reason. And it's because I ain't mixing it with a wooden spoon. But now in here in this dish, I have 3 cups of oats, 3 cups of chocolate chips, a cup of pecans, and 2 cups of coconut. And we're going to add that all in. If you're thinking the same thing I am, this is going to make one hell of a batch of cookies. I mean, there's a lot. So we're going to really take our time on this. Alright, so we got our dough here all mixed up. What we're going to do now is we're just going to scoop out. I have 2 pans here with parchment on them. And you're going to try to space your cookies out enough here so that they don't stick. I mean, and I'm not going to lie to you, cookies when they bake, they're going to come together at times. You just have to accept that. You're not Martha. You're going to end up having your cookies come together at times. So we're going to just put these out here. I have the oven already heated to 350 degrees. And you can see I'm not making these all proportionately the same size. I mean, you know, you're a human. You're not going to sit here and like look at each one and go, oh wait, this one's just too big, I can't take that. No, you're a human, you're going to cook. Alright, so we need to bake these for 8 to 10 minutes in a 350 degree oven. So we'll be right back. Use all your dough right now. You can always put it in a freezer bag and freeze it, or you can just put it in a nice little container, put it in your refrigerator. I wouldn't leave it in there too long without using it. Probably, if you're not going to use it within the next couple weeks, you would probably want to freeze it. So, yeah, about 1 week. If it's going to be in there for longer than 1 week, you're better off just freezing it and then bring it up to temperature when you're ready to make cookies. But if you keep it in the refrigerator, and if you're doing that for like Christmas time, you'll probably use it before the week is over. If you get a lot of company and you just want to make a quick fresh cookie, you know you got that cookie dough then in the refrigerator. So then all you'd have to do is get it out, make it to room temperature, and put it on your tray and bake it. So we'll be back. Alright, so some of our cookies have come out, and we're going to just put them, I put parchment paper on these to make them easier to do, but because if you've ever put your cookies on a rack like this without the parchment underneath, yeah, they kind of not like that whole situation. They like to go into the holes and stick and everything, but they are really smelling good here. You smell the cinnamon in them. It is, like I said, it is a real good cookie, and they certainly do pack a lot of flavor. That one didn't want to land right, did it? I guess that's the one that my cameraman's going to have to sample once it's cooled. Come on off of there. That's one of the things, I know I made a comment about it in one of our traveling videos that we did on our anniversary. You know, how do you keep your spouse happy? You know, you feed them. Well, believe me, when your spouse is your cameraman and he enjoys the sampling of the food and everything, a mistake like that cookie, he knows that's his already. So while this batch cools, I've got the second one in the oven. We'll be back. Last batch has come out, and these are hopefully going to start coming off of there good. Yep, there's another one for my cameraman.
Yay.
And even if he sounded sarcastic, folks, he really means that yay, because
I really do.
he likes getting his samples.
How big those cookies are.
But there you go, Laura Bush's Cowboy Cookies. I hope you give it a try. I hope you like them. Leave your comments down below if you have made these before and what you think of them. If you've even added other stuff, I've seen there's a recipe on there where it calls for adding cornflakes to these. I don't know how I feel about cereal in my cookies. Okay. But yeah, leave any comments if you've tried these or if they sound like something you want to try. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll be seeing y'all in the next video. Have a good day.